How's it going, guys? I'm your host Carbine Gaming. Welcome back to another Adventure Quest video, and for today's video, honestly I'm not too sure where I want to go with today's video, but I wanted to do a bit of testing on the Voidforged Celestial items that I got. And yes, I finally changed my build to a Lucky Beast Mage, so you guys can go ahead and check out the live stream that I did on Tuesday. Lots of people joined and I'm very happy that you all did. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Okay, we'll continue with the next episode of Nostalgia Quest next week, but for today's video I wanted to try out the Celestial items, okay, the Voidforged items. Okay, so let's go ahead and use it. So we'll use it on its own, then I'll give you guys some tips on what to combo it with. Okay, so initially my impressions of this item wasn't that good, and it still isn't fantastic right now. Like, I don't think it's a bad item, but I don't think it's so good that, you know, I would prioritize it as like a very high priority purchase or something like that. So normally the weapon deals harm damage, okay, so this is good for like if you want a harm weapon in your inventory, something like that, to deal with low resist mobs like the annoying Gologao. That will be useful. And as for the shield, it reduces all your resistances by 13%, I believe. So that's actually not something we've seen before in, you know, all of the shields that we had, like most shields. Okay, so it's generally not very good for normal resistances, but you're not really going to be using this defensively. You're going to be using offensively. So what you can do with the weapon is you can click on it for 385 SP. Okay, your weapon will do random elements, as well as will hit with random elements, as well as inflict your foe with a random element poison. Okay, so you can see, yeah, and then you get healed for the poison damage there. You can see that the poison is very weak on its own, and then you just have to click imbue. You have to keep imbuing it, okay, and the poison will stack. The poison is also only, I believe, does it say how many turns it is? I don't know. Does it wear off after one turn? Okay, wait, let me test this. No, it doesn't wear off. Oh, it's permanent. So yeah, it's a permanent poison. Okay, in that regard, it's good, but it's a very slow stacking poison, as you guys can see. So now it's 0.41. Now it becomes 0.83. So yeah, the poison is still extremely weak if you just use the weapon alone. Like, look at this, 1.34, and now it's only doing like what, less than 100 damage. I think this is after like 3 turns of spending 395 SP per turn. So this is a very steep cost for a very weak poison. The caveat is that this is a permanent poison, so you can just keep stacking infinitely. I guess that is okay for long battles, but 385 SP is a very steep cost to pay. So yeah, let's go and do that. 2.7. Okay, and once you have enough poison, what you can do is you can imbue the shield, and this will make your weapon deal void damage instead. Okay, so it will do void damage on top of reducing the power of the poison or something. Let me see. Okay, so now we have Voidforged Corruption. So now your weapon will do void damage, and it also, does it eat up some power of the poison? I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, now it does void damage, and it does avoid poison as well. So you can see here, the poison is not really that powerful, if I'm being honest. And if you imbue your shield with the weapon equipped, what you can do is it actually locks out your weapon and shield for that turn. You guys won't be able to see it, but yeah, if I imbue it now, yeah, okay, now you can see it. So it locks out your weapon and your shield, unfortunately. If you don't, and you do get a discount for using both at the same time. If you only have one, then you don't get a discount, and you can use this with any other, this imbue with any other weapon. So you can see here, yeah, it eats up the regular poison to get a void poison. Overall, still not super strong, even though most monsters void resist are 200%, and you can usually boost other forms of elemental poison to numbers that are way higher than whatever this void will give you. And also, if you look at the numbers of the void weapon, like, sure, it's universally usable against just about anything, but that's the thing, you can't really boost it much. There's not a lot of things you can do to boost it. What some people have done is, I'm going to show you, let's try with Venom Jade Crown. So this is basically the poison version of Sunburst Amulet. So Sunburst Amulet sacrifices your turn to inflict a powerful burn on your foe that is unavoidable, and Venom Jade Crown, no, not unavoidable. Yeah, your enemy can resist. So Venom Jade Crown basically does poison instead. So 5.87, now we can just imbue that. And now you'll cut the number of rounds and cut the power of the poison as well. So you can imbue it with a bunch of other things, but no matter how much you imbue, it doesn't really boost the void damage. So yeah, it's a fixed amount. It's a flat amount. You cannot boost the damage of that even if you have more poison on the foe, which is unfortunate. I do wish that they'll turn it into more of like a eater style, whereby it will eat as much as possible, or maybe they cap it at 400%, something like that, to boost the damage of the void even more. But yeah, as it stands, it eats a fixed amount. If you have enough, then you'll eat it, otherwise you won't be able to eat it. Plain and simple as that. If you have more, it doesn't boost the damage, which is unfortunate. I do wish that if they make that change, this will make this like a lot better in my opinion. But I feel like void is really overrated, and they tag so many expensive causes to it, very niche stuff, and you know, locks you out of a lot of things in general just for the ability to use void. I just think it's super duper overrated when you have other stuff that can deal a crazy amount of damage on its own. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys how to get the max amount of damage out of this void thingy. Okay, so you'll need a few premium items for that, and I did change my build over to a Lucky Beast Warrior build. This should give you the highest damage output. So to start off, you want to get 1 turn of Celerity here, and you also want to go ahead and do Power Gauntlet over here, and then afterwards you can do Buff a Lot to buff up your strength. Okay, for the boost, and you can also do Una Polka to buff up your to ensure that your pets and guests give you an even bigger boost. Next up, we want to do Snake Master Strike on the very first turn, so let's do that. Snake Master Strike. So this is a spell you can get from the golden gift box. Okay, I think this is ultra rare or rare, I'm not really sure. So it boosts your lucky strike rate, which is nice. Hyper crit times 4. Okay. And this one, if all 4 hits land, it gives you enough power to instantly imbue. Whereas your weapon, you need to imbue it for like 3 turns and attack for 3 turns before you can get enough to imbue it. So that's why you want to use Snake Master Strike instead, so you don't have to waste like 3 or 4 turns trying to stack the imbue with your weapon. The weapon imbue stacking could be a little bit faster in my opinion, but you know, it is permanent after all, so that's also something to keep in mind. And we'll use Angel of Souls here for the max damage. I want to give credits to Brady Simmons for this idea. Okay, but I don't think he's going to boost it as much as what I'm going to do. Okay, so that sets us apart a little bit. And if you click on it, it will imbue with Voidforged Corruption. But keep in mind that this will lock your weapon and your shield slot, so make sure you have everything done before you do that, which we have. And then now we can just keep boosting it until we are happy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Time Killer. Okay, I'm going to try and stack it up to like times 10 or times 11 or times 12, something like that, as much as possible. Basically, we'll need for the 7 HP to go ahead and do the skill, so we need to have enough HP for that. Make sure I don't convert too much, but yeah, what you want to do here is basically ensure that you have enough hyper crit after, you know, you equip Ferocious Frost Welcome, which doubles your hyper crit damage, and that's what I'm going to do. So as long as you can crit, then we're all fine and dandy. You can boost this even further if you use something like I don't know, Prime Chaos Orb and give it 20 stacks, but that's not something realistic that people are going to do. Not that this is super realistic either, but Prime Chaos Orb, the boost is basically unlimited, so I don't see a point in boosting with that. So we are going to boost with what is, you know, more realistically possible. Okay, yeah, that will be the word I'll use. Okay, so it looks like we can boost it up to probably 14 or 15, which should almost guarantee every hit to be a lucky shot. Ideally, I want to hit 20. I'm not sure if we have enough HP for that. Let's see how far we can go. 8, okay. 9. 10. I mean, if you're lucky enough, you think you can land lucky strikes, both 2 lucky strikes with a 50% chance, you can go ahead and try. But I just want to make sure that, you know, we don't fail on the lucky strike part. Okay, so that's why I'm going all out in the boosting. $12. How high does this stack anyway? Does it plateau off after some point? Looks like it doesn't. 13. I think we can go for one more. Yeah, one more, then we stop. Okay, 14. So that should be 70% chance, even with the Frostveil Crown item. Now, time to see how much damage we can do. Time to burn. Boom. 22k, guys. And we didn't lucky strike on the second one. Unfortunate, only 3k, but 22,000 per hit. If you imbue it the way if you do it the way I do. Okay, but there are also other ways of imbuing this with imbuing the corruption. Okay, so Snake Master Strike is one way, which I showed it off just now. Venom Jade Crown, I showed it off, is another way. You can also use the Tarnished Blade of Elders. So let's go ahead and click on it. Okay, so click on this. Boom. Crimson Rod. What? Okay, so Power 5, Duration 2. And that won't be enough, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not enough for one turn of imbue either. So maybe you need more. Is this enough? Yeah, this is enough. Oh wait, no, it's not enough. Yeah, okay, so this weapon, not exactly very good. You don't want to use this with it. It's about the same as the regular weapon. You just imbue the regular weapon and attack, or you use this to attack. It's basically the same. It takes a few turns. So yeah, Snake Master Strike, you do need to land all 4 hits to have enough to imbue the shield after one turn. And Venom Jade Crown, if you manage to get it to inflict, then it's basically one turn as well to imbue. So these are the 2 items I would combo it with. You can also use the poison version of GPS to go ahead and do your infliction. That will work, but most people don't get the poison GPS, they get the burn GPS. So I would say that's kind of niche, and if you want to get it just for this, I don't really think it's worth it. So yeah. So this Venom Jade Crown is instantaneous. One turn, you have enough to imbue straight away, but you know, not very fantastic because it costs us a lot of SP. This is like what, 600 plus SP to imbue. So I would say the cheapest way is probably still Snake Master Strike. Yeah, and this is from Ultra Rare Golden Gift Box. 588 SP. After one turn, you can imbue with Void immediately, or if you use Celerity, you can do this on the first turn, and then second turn you can imbue it. So these are just some strategies that you can do. I believe the GPS one, it also only takes one turn for the poison imbue. That might be cheaper than this. I think it is. Shall we buy it and show it off? Okay, you know what, since you are doing testing out anyways, might as well, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and see. No, not gonna buy. Ultra Rare. We have 20 plus Ultra Rare gift boxes to spare, so yeah, why the heck not? Is this still inside here? Maybe they removed it. Oh no, it's still here. GGA. Okay, A is for offensive, right? Okay, we got VGGA Char, right? I just want to double check. Okay. Where in the world is my GPS armor? Yeah, VGGA Char, so we should be getting VGGA Bio. V. Built for offense and comes with a powerful biohazard attack, so let's do that. Alright. I guess poison might be better suited for FD, but for our purposes, you know, we want to get as much damage as possible, so I'm gonna get a FO version of this. Okay. Okay, 112 SP. Huh. 11.7 for 5 rounds. Yeah, so if you use it with this, you can imbue straight away. Oh, this is the cheapest one. Okay. And you still have sufficient poison. Nice. So yeah, the cheapest way is with the fully offensive, you know, poison GPS armor. It's not very good outside of this specific use, but if you have it, you only need 112 SP and 1 turn to have enough to imbue for like, what, how many turns is that? Okay, this is 2 rounds. Okay, so yeah, 1 cast of that gives you 2 rounds of Void Imbue. Just for 112 SP, guys. Very, very cheap. This is the best way to imbue it. But second best way, Snake Master Strike. Third best way, Venom Jade Crown. And then if you don't have any of those items, okay, you can go ahead and use the standard imbue from the sword. All in all, I don't think my opinion of this set as a whole has changed much, okay, after using it on its own. Sure, Void can be useful for many different situations, but a lot of times, your normal elemental stuff, you're probably going to be able to boost it higher, if not by the same amount. The caveat is that, of course, you do have to carry around 8 different elements, but who doesn't do that on a regular basis, right? So yeah, this is just overall a very niche package. If you have nothing else better to buy, if you're a big whale, then sure, go ahead and pick this up. I think it's quite fun, but fun aside, you know, there's just better things you can do with it. I know Dizzle also did a showcase using the archer armor. Yeah, the archer armor per my last arrow. He got like about 1k lucky strike damage per shot. So that's like 4,000 total if you do 4 shots, which is still less than Angel of Souls. But if you keep in mind your damage cap nowadays, that might be better because that will give you 4 hits as opposed to Angel of Souls 2 hits. But for anything without damage caps, then you can combine with this. You can do Angel of Souls and that will give you a huge amount of damage. 22k on lucky strikes, that is nothing to scoff at, guys, but that is of course with the maximum boost. So that's going to be my showcase on the Voidforged Celestial Armaments. I did shift my inventory around to go ahead and fit this in. I will talk more about it in the next episode of Nostalgia Quest, which is coming up next Tuesday, so you guys definitely want to stay tuned for that if you guys want to hear how I've changed up my inventory. And that's all for today's showcase video. If you guys have any other ideas on what you like to see me test this with, do let me know down in the comment section below. But other than that, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to this channel if you guys would like to see more of such future content. Also, if you want to hang out and chat with all the other veterans, be sure to join my Discord. Link is up on the screen as well as down in the description below. Till the next time, I'm your host Korriban Gaming. Peace out.